Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
A moment of silence today, and I'd like to bring up during the moment of silence, if any of you would say a prayer for our state trooper from Schuylkill County, Michael Pajera, who was lost in action last week. He is a Schuylkill County person, but his mother does work for Joe's brother in Ellisburg in Northumberland County, and he was taking care of his mother at the time. So during a moment of silence, please think of him and his family. Be seated. So the first thing we're going to say, veterans, right? I want to say something, but she's not. And right back. What we're doing is our secretary, today is her last day. Tina, sitting over there, is going to be the new, I guess, head of our office secretary. And Mary, who's been here since Karen passed away, is leaving. Today's her last day. So she should be walking through that door. Maybe when she does, I'll give her a good clap, okay? And but she was a big asset to the county. She knew more what was going on than we did. So, and that's usually the way it works, I guess. So let's just wait for her, and then after Mary comes in, we're going to be doing the veterans thing right away first, okay?
Yes, thing. You like that, Mary?
That's Mary, always thinking of others.
That's you used only with judges or, common pleas judges or whatever, please, right? Yes. Thank you, Solicitor Ravito, on that, yeah.
So again, we just want to recognize Mary. She's done a great job while she's been here. She's going to be irreplaceable. Tina will try to do that, but we want to thank her. This will be her last meeting, so everyone else at the end of the meeting can thank her for everything she's done, because it wasn't only for us, it was for the county also. So Mary, thank you so much. Now the next thing, this is going to be changed a little bit, so if we screw up, apologize for Joe, because he doesn't know what he's doing. But we're going to start first.
We're going to
read the motion for the veterans. We're going to do the veterans first, and then
I'll read the proclamation.
Joe's going to read the proclamation, and then we have a special thing after that, and then we're going to have the veterans, our veteran person, reading and talking about our veterans, because, again, Northumberland County, I think we did this a couple years ago. We made July Veterans and Armed Forces Month. We don't think we need a Veterans Day. We need a month, because that's why we're all here, sitting here, because of our veterans. and we're going to thank them. So we're going to read the proclamation, then we're going to have a special little thing that Joe's going to run, and then we'll hear our speaker. Go ahead, Joe.
The motion. You want to read the
We have to
motion?
make a motion?
Yeah.
So,
Okay. A motion is needed to approve the proclamation for Veterans Month, July 2026.
So moved.
Seconded.
on the question, all in favor state aye.
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 Motion carries. Joe's now going to read the proclamation.
Yes, I will read it.
Bear with him.
Well, Veterans Recognition Proclamation. Whereas the greatest acknowledgement to our freedom is to honor our armed forces and veterans who have sacrificed and in many instances paid the ultimate price for our freedom. And whereas Northumberland County recognizes and respects the more than 6,000 county veterans for their many contributions, and whereas we, along with millions of other Americans, can attest to the importance of their sacrifices and contributions for our freedom and security. And whereas Northumberland County realizes that many veterans who gave so much of themselves came home without any recognition, served thanklessly, and may have been denied educational and occupational opportunities. And whereas we value and appreciate that the veteran population of our county contributes handsomely to the social, economic, and political successes of the county through programs, expenditures, volunteerism, and active participation. And whereas both men and women of our armed forces continue to be an inspiration to all of us through their demonstration of courage, leadership, and commitment in service to our community and country. And whereas we in Northumberland County will always remember and pay homage to our military community, both active and inactive, for their contribution, dedication, and commitment to the cause of our freedom. Now, therefore, be it resolved that in observance of Independence Day and in honor of our service members, we, the Northumberland County Commissioners, recognize July as Veterans Recognition Month, and Northumberland County proudly joins the rest of our nation to salute and give special honor and recognition to the men and women who serve us in our armed forces. Signed, Commissioner Sam Chickatano, Joe Klebon, and Megan Beck. Okay?
Okay, so Joe, you're on.
Now, I'm going to play this. I do. This has been a long. This is all Commissioner Chickatano has been worried about. He loves this song.
I've been in Washington
And-
last week, and I've heard this song like
And
50 times, and it just reminds me of veterans because I think, and so I said, we're going to play it. And so Joe figured it out because I can't. So
really not hard to figure out, but I did. But okay.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, work for all my life, and I had to start again, just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, Detroit down to Houston, and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time to stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the
What's this one? No, so my thing, and when I came back, I told Joe this. I heard that I was in Washington last week, and number one, I want to say how clean Washington, D.C. is. There was National Guard on every corner. It was a pleasure to be there. I met many veterans, but this is only my feeling. I think our country right now is forgetting what it says in there, that the men who died and gave the right for me to be acting the way I am, and that's you veterans. And that's why that song comes to me. Not only, the people that were in all our wars, our World War I, World War II, Korean War. I know Joe's dad was in the service. My dad and uncles were in the service. My wife's grandfather was in World War I. Her uncle died in the Korean War. And I think, my opinion, that right now our country is forgetting about all these people that gave us what we have right now. We're forgetting about that. We have people that are coming in that are forgetting about their dads and their brothers and their sisters and their grandfathers who were in the service that made us be able to be where we are today. Because we wouldn't be like this. We could be speaking German or something else if we didn't have veterans and we didn't have armed forces to do that. And it got me all week. Of course, down there you're seeing all this, but it got me all week about veterans. And I'll never make Northumberland County forget veterans. I guarantee as long as I'm here, they'll always remember the veterans. Okay? So we now have Ryan, you're on. I'm done.
Good afternoon, everybody. If you don't know me, I'm Ryan Miller. I'm the Director of Northumberland County Veterans Affairs. I'm also an Aging Care Manager Supervisor. For some of you that don't know, which you probably should know by now, but 5 years ago, the commissioners merged the Air Agency on Aging and the Veterans Affairs Department together. And at that time, I was asked to head that section of Veterans Affairs and build a program that was a little bit in shambles and build that back up with my cohort, Anthony Romania, who is on his way, actually. He was actually out seeing a veteran at home right now on a home visit, so he's on his way here. He's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, dude, you were doing your job, so all good. So he'll be here too. Want to thank all of you commissioners for giving me the opportunity to work with veterans every day. I would like to thank my bosses, Olivia Sims and Michael Bogish, for putting a great support team and letting me do what I need to do and giving me all the tools and stuff that I need to do my job. And then especially the veterans. Obviously, if I do not have the veterans that took the sacrifice to join the service or anything, I would not have a job to do to help them in return. So with that being said, we'll go over what we offer here at Northumberland County for Veterans Affairs. So there's three parts of Veterans Affairs. There's the federal government, which is the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, and then we have the Pennsylvania Department of Military Affairs, which I get a lot of my certifications. Anthony and I get a lot of our certifications through, and then there's us, the county level. But everything that we get, our trainings, the programs that we use to help the veterans, to file claims and everything, are all funded through the Pennsylvania Department of Military Affairs that is based out of Fort Indian Town Gap. So there's three types of programs in the VA. We have the health care program, we have the benefits program, And then there's the Burial Memorial Services Program. The healthcare obviously is making sure the veterans treated, they get in healthcare. Burial and memorial services, making sure we bury and honor the veteran and we get them those tools and everything. But the main thing that we work with and what our office does is the benefits. It's hooking up the veteran with the benefits, whether that is an injury what they sustained while they were in service, or if it was a pension that they would need to help pay for nursing home care and stuff while they're aging and everything. So that's the main thing we'll be talking about today is the benefits program. All right. So there's federal and state benefits. So we're going to go over the federal ones first. So first we're going to go over what's called the pension program. Pension rates are based on the difference between your countable income and limits set by Congress each year. So if you're a veteran that's struggling financially and you served during a period of time of war, we can see if we can get you a pension to help make ends meet. This also can be used for veterans that are going into assisted living and or nursing facilities as well to help offset the costs that they are in. They do a 3-year look-back period. It's kind of like doing a waiver claim for like medical assistance or a medical assistance claim, but instead of a 5-year look-back period, the VA only does a 3-year look-back period of transfer of assets. Widows may also be eligible for a VA pension under circumstances based on their incomes and what the veteran has served. Next is the big one that we see a lot day to day is the compensation. So that is like if you are a Vietnam veteran that was exposed to Agent Orange and have a health ailment from that, the VA pays compensation. There's multiple diseases and stuff. You'll see the big one right now on TV, the PACT Act or Camp Lejeune Water. The PACT Act are for the Gulf War veterans, Iraqi Enduring Freedom, veterans that were exposed to the burn pits, to the toxic sands, all the dust that they were breathing over there. So we are been filing claims majority for all of those conditions currently. Under the Biden administration, they released the PACT Act, and it was literally if there was a cancer from head to toe, it's pretty much covered through the VA, depending on. Then there's also we also can do secondary conditions as well too. So if there's conditions that you develop, let's say diabetes from being exposed to Agent Orange, diabetes is known to cause neuropathy. So neuropathy can become a secondary condition and can help build their compensation claim up, and which gets them more money as well. And also, once you are rated in compensation, you're automatically enrolled in VA healthcare. So the VA has a strong stance of if we are paying you out, even at a 0%, which is no money, but they rated it, it's still service connected, just not at the severity level where they're paying you money. That still opens the door if you get a 0% to be part of VA healthcare because they want to treat the injury or the illness that the service may have caused them. Then there's aid in attendance. Aid in attendance is a money kicker. You can get that on top of compensation or pension. So that is if you are needing hands-on assistance with bathing, dressing, grooming, or you're a bed-bound veteran. This is an extra money kicker. It also can go for spouses as well, that they would need to help take care of them. So you're not allowed to get aid in attendance unless you have a pension or a compensation. Key thing, if you know a veteran that is really struggling and they're going to end up possibly in assisted living or a nursing home, or they're struggling with services inside the home and everything, don't wait until it gets really bad. Plan ahead. Come see us soon. On average, every single claim that we file can take up to 6 months to a year through the federal government. Sometimes sooner, sometimes later. Luck of the draw. I have claims pending right now that only took 2 months. I've had claims that are still waiting and it's been 2 years. And there's nothing that I can do on our end, unfortunately, to change that, but that's just how the federal government, they are aware of it, they're trying to work on that, but it's also the circumstances and stuff and priority and how they all do that. But again, if you know a veteran that's really hurting, that are going to need hands-on care and stuff, tell them to come to our office right away so we can start that process sooner rather than later. So with the federal benefits, there's also state benefits. Most of, especially the commissioner would know this one too, is the property tax real estate exemption. That is for veterans who are 100% disabled. They can be exempt from their property tax real estate exemption, and they can get exempt from their property tax, their school property tax, and their locality property tax if they are 100% rated veteran. Currently, the income limit for that it goes only by the veteran. It's $114,000 a year. It does not now count the VA income, which opened the door for a lot of veterans that were slightly over income because of their VA income making them go over. 2 years ago, they changed that. There are more changes coming down the line. We're just waiting for legislation to vote on that, but we're not going to talk about that until I know it's official. But there are changes coming to that program. Then we have the Veterans Temporary Assistance Program. This is through the state, too, at Fort Indian Town Gap. This is a program for a veteran if they need food, shelter, fuel, clothing, if there was a sudden loss of expense. So like if a tornado came through and knocked their house down and they need a roof repair, or, damaged their roof and they don't have the means to pay for it, we can do that. We've helped people pay for flooding of their basement. We've helped people replace a refrigerator that just up and died on them and they lost food. Heaters, stuff like that. This program gives up to $1,600 in a calendar year, and that's through the state. Then there are the blind and visual pension programs and the amputee and paralyzed veteran. So if you are a legally blind veteran, you can get an extra $150 from the state of Pennsylvania. If you are an amputee or paralyzed veteran, that means you have you have 2 limbs, whether that be an arm and a leg, both arms, both legs, have to be rated at 40% or more, but they will give you $150 if you have at least 2 limbs rated at 40%. Just this year, we completed 47, up to May this year, up to May, I don't have June's numbers yet. We completed 47 real estate property tax exemptions, 5 paralyzed veterans applications that got approved, and 7 VTA applications that we help veterans in emergency need, just from the state programs. On top of that, we also have our Northumberland County Veterans Affairs Fund, Aging and Veterans Affairs Fund, where we use monies where we get from donations. Luckily, we have a campsite that does a poker run every year and sponsors the veterans, and that has been giving us the means to help veterans throughout the winter pay for oil, pay for past due light bill if they're about to be shut off, depending on the circumstances. We have a committee now. We have a board of directors that we vote on that and everything to help veterans. But up to this date, we have given $10,000 already out to different veterans to pay for oil, car fixes, things like that to help them get to work. So we have that resource too just in our county. If we do not have a resource, we then go to that option to help them stay afloat. We also have the military share food boxes that are the 4th Friday of every month from 10:30 to 12:30 over at American Legion Post 44. I'm not sure if there's anybody here that volunteers from Post 44, but if they are, thank you. If it wasn't for them and letting us host, we wouldn't have a place to do it. Those volunteers, I show up, I check everybody in, they have all the boxes sorted and everything, and most of those volunteers are 60 plus in age. So they're definitely there to help the veterans. On average right now, we're averaging 140 to 145 boxes a month that we're giving out to veterans. And we're averaging about 20 deliveries a month, and thanks to Melissa Sauger at our office, Aging Care Manager Supervisor, she hooked us up with the Lower Anthracite Transportation System, and Jack and his son have donated their time once a month to come and do the deliveries for us. So Anthony and I can focus on helping there at the facility. So the Latch Lower Anthracite, Jack, the owner, and his son literally are donating their time and doing 20 deliveries up in the Shamokin, Mount Carmel, Sunbury areas. So I want to give a shout out to them as well too. Again, if there's any veterans that need service, we are here to help you. Our object is to support the veteran, honor the veteran. We also make sure that there is a flag on every veteran's grave through the American Legions and VFWs and Boy Scouts of America. So we order Memorial Day flags every year. This year we distributed 30,672 flags that were put on veterans' graves in Northumberland County. The grave markers that say what war they were in or that they're a U.S. veteran, they can get them through our office. Again, if they break or bend or whatever and we can have the means to replace them, we will definitely do so. Other than that, my cohort Anthony does not just do aging work, veterans work. He also does aging. With his caseload, he has about 50 veterans on his caseload that are aging, that are receiving some type of aging service, but they are also veterans. And we have linked them to both systems, and it has been a great relationship. So if you hear people say, oh, I don't know why Northumberland County merged aging and veterans together, it has been nothing but a healthy relationship, and it has nothing but improved our county and linked veterans to services that are not eligible for veteran services. Even though they are a veteran, they are now getting aging, and vice versa. If they're aging and they didn't know they can get veteran services, it benefits them. So with that said, that's what we have here. I also wrote a little thing for all the veterans that came here today. This is, we salute you. This certificate is going to be presented to every veteran that's here. If I have to print out more, I will. I have 20 here with me. It just says, your service, courage, and dedication to our nation during Northumberland County Veterans Appreciation Month. We honor your sacrifices and express our deepest gratitude for protecting the freedoms we hold so dear. Your commitment to duty and country stands as an enduring example of patriotism and strength. The Northumberland County Area Agency on Aging and Veterans Affairs presents this certificate to you. Thank you for your service. Signed, Ryan Miller, Director of Northumberland County Veterans Affairs. Just want to thank you guys all for your service. I also just wanted to do something different. Since you hear about what we do, there are some veterans that would like to come up and share with you how Anthony and I and our services have helped them and changed their lives. So I'm going to give it to them. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you so much.
Everyone wants to go up?
Yeah. You know, I visited a couple cemeteries where my parents, grandparents are, but in March and stuff, and the flags were tattered and they were torn and everything and faded. And then when I went up on Memorial Day, beautiful. There's nothing so nice as seeing fresh American flags, you know, in the wind, and just quite a sight. It's really nice. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, I'm Cindy Buffington. I'm from the Herndon Senior Citizen in Herndon, and I wanted to come and speak about the veterans. They helped my husband. He was a Vietnam vet. He died a year ago, and we were involved in several of the programs that they involved my husband in. He was well taken care of. We went and had him tested and everything. And then he got really sick December, and he died in April of 2025. They helped him get care from the VA hospital in Lebanon. We were tested, and he had Ancient Orange, and the programs here through Ryan and Anthony, which they were life sent, along with Erica and Olivia. He was very, very sick, and then he passed away, and things were just unreal and everything. And so they sent me to help. They came and helped me take care of the things that needed to be taken care of. And I really appreciate all the programs that they were in, and I think it would be wonderful to keep these programs going for the veterans.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name's Terry Kern. I'm a 33-year veteran. In the military, though, I sustained some injuries, and I was able to get some benefits as a result of what Ryan had put the applications in, and everything went through. And I really appreciate making July a Veterans Acknowledgement Month. I really appreciate that.
Appreciate you, Terry.
Thank you, Terry. That's a nice Penn State shirt you have on, by the way. I like that.
It's like I'm in court. Your Honor. Listen, Mr. Chickatano, I don't know you, but your attitude is absolutely commendable. Your statements concerning Washington, D.C., I was down there, you're absolutely right. I was there before, and I was there now. So to Ryan and all that he does for us that are veterans, for Northumberland County declaring this a Veterans Month, that's exceptional. I don't see anybody else in a daily item doing something like that, so thank you very much. Appreciate it. My service time was 1966 to 1997. We went from a period where it was recommended you not wear your uniform in public to I was activated for Desert Storm, Desert Shield. That song that you played comes out of that. America changed during Desert Storm, Desert Shield, and it changed because of the leadership from the White House down to Norman Schwarzkopf, who I met at Fort Stewart, who drank more vodka than any man I've ever known. When I met him, I'll conclude this with the story about Norman. So my brother-in-law was his public information officer at Fort Stewart. And John said to me, "Can you drink vodka?" I was like 20 years old, 21. I had to be 21, right? So I said, "I don't think so." He said, "Well, Norman Schwarzkopf's coming over. We're going to play golf. Do you play golf?" "No, I don't play golf. I don't drink vodka. I don't play golf." "So well, you're going to do both today." And Norman makes a vodka martini by pouring an 8-ounce water glass full of vodka, throwing 2 olives in it, and drinks it. And you're going to have to drink with him. And I did. I've never really been that intoxicated before, but I played golf that day, and I didn't do too bad. So to Ryan and this county, what you do for us is more than appreciated, especially 3 of us come out of the Vietnam era. We're retired UPS drivers, and this is entirely different. One last thing. 1% of the young people in this country serve in the military. 1%. That's the new ultimate generation like my dad was in World War II. So thanks to you all. Appreciate the time. Norman Schwarzkopf was a drinker. Life ain't bad.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for the stories.
Great stories, great stories.
And anyone else? Yep.
You're short and sweet and just me. What Bill said, I agree with, and everybody up here, thank you. Bob Lehman, Sunbury. My anthem was, we got to get out of this place. So, 67, I was drafted, ended up with the 1st Cav in Vietnam, infantry, got shot, sent to Japan, had surgery, supposedly rehabbed, got sent right back. Didn't do good things for your head. 2 years later, I got out, came back home. Things weren't really going well for me, so I went back in 73 to 77 in Army Security Agency, which is the intelligence branch, thinking I could get away from the 11 Bravo MOS, which is the infantry. They trained me, they spent a whole lot of money on me, and they sent me to do the job for 4 months, and then they sent me to Fort Bragg to be expendable with the 82nd Airborne Division. So, trust them no more, and at the end of the 4 years, I was gone. Came back here, and I don't remember having applied for benefits, but thanks to Ryan's digging, he found out that I had, and I had been denied. And I just let a dead dog lie for a long time. And these 2 gentlemen, Bill Labers and Gary Tanner, who I worked with and have known forever, it seems, came to the rescue. We were talking at a retiree's breakfast. He said, "You need to come with us." Well, they called Ryan, and Ryan said, "Bring him along." And I came in, and it was just night and day from what it was. Nobody cared when I came home the first time. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, they cared. They just didn't want to talk to me or anything. But the VA at the time, he looked up the records and they said, no, nothing we can do for you. I am now rated. If it hadn't been for these two guys and that guy, Ryan really did a hell of a job. I get misty just talking about it. It's a whole different world now. So again, if anybody hasn't talked to him, that should be talking. Everybody that's a veteran should be talking to him. If nothing else, get your name on the rolls. That's it. I just want to say thank you and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else, Ryan? Yep. Okay.
My parents, I had to come straight from work. My name's Rob Harper, Colonel United States Army Reserve. So I've been in for 32 years. And I'm not sure if you know this, but the federal system is not easy to navigate at all. And there's been a few things that have been turned around in my case simply because they have reworded it to just be wrong. And Ryan has always been able to be there and turn it around. Having a local office here has been an incredible help, and this has been wonderful having Ryan here helping us, and I just wanted to say thank you, and thank you to Ryan for
By the way, Anthony made it here. He's definitely helped Cindy here with her claim and make sure she got surviving benefits. It's not just about me. I'm not as good as without having this man here by my side. So he is not, I tell everybody, he is, if not even better than me with the work. I'm just the face. He doesn't like the attention. That's why he's hiding in the corner. But he works damn hard, and I really appreciate him, and I wouldn't ask for any other better coworker to be by my side to build this program up and keep it going. If I would die or would leave any time at this point, everybody would be in great hands with Anthony, no doubt.
And I think we want to thank both of you, Anthony and you, Ryan, for everything you do. I think you're right. Our veterans program has gotten better with you there, and Olivia overseeing everything, and we want to thank you. I think what I'd like to do, Francis and Mackenzie, if we can at the end of the day, at the end of the meeting, I don't know how many veterans are here, but maybe we can get a picture outside or somewhere with all of them. I think that would be a great thing to do for the thing. And if, I guess if, I don't know how many veterans are here, but if you could rise, I just would like to thank you and give you a standing ovation for all you have done for us. All the veterans.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead, Steve.
couple of years ago, when we decided to straighten the Veterans Department out, and we came up with the idea of possibly combining it with the Agency on Aging. And I think we were one of the few counties in the state, maybe the only county in the state that came up with that structure. And I think other counties now are trying to emulate what we're done. Is that correct, Olivia? So it was a great idea. I don't know. I think I came up with that idea. Didn't I, Sam? But no, but it's been turned out great. It's fantastic. So thanks, everybody.
Okay, next we have Ethan is up for the Penn State Extension. Ethan, we didn't know, I hope you're not real long?
No.
Okay. Because the veterans might pick you up and throw you out.
Yeah, I won't hold you all up. I just wanted to say it's been an absolute pleasure being here with such great company. So thank you for letting me come and present today. But yeah, I just had a few things I wanted to share with you. First off, I gave you all a 2025 statewide Master Gardeners report. This covers pretty much what all of our Master Gardener programs have been doing statewide, kind of has that big lens feel. And it also breaks down by county as well. So it's a great little resource if you're looking to see what the Master Gardeners are doing locally, statewide. It's a great resource. Second was a really plain but helpful talk about the New World screwworm. So as you all may have heard, there's currently a New World screwworm in Texas and New Mexico, mostly in Texas. I believe we are up to 32 confirmed cases in those two states. This guide basically just goes through what it is, why it's important to be vigilant when checking livestock, and which animals are affected by the PDA quarantine, which was declared, I believe, in the beginning of June. So it's a great little resource, a lot of good resources here at the end as well.
Can I ask you a question now?
Sure.
I'm getting a little nervous here with all the stuff with these worms. Are they going to affect my tomato plants at all? That's what I'm worried about.
They are.
I have about
They do
70
not
tomato plants in San Marzanos, and I'm going to make a lot of sauce.
There are
Okay,
a lot of bugs.
I'm a little worried about that.
There's a lot of bugs that that affect tomatoes. Luckily, the screwworm is not that. It only affects mammals. So as long as your tomatoes don't turn into a mammal, you're good.
Thank you. Good. I'll sleep better tonight now.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. I know it's a lot of work. So, and then the other thing that I gave you all was our county-wide report, what our local educators have been working on. 4-H just finished their summer camp. Master Gardeners just finished their Seed the Supper program with Oasis Recovery in Shamokin, which has really blossomed into a great program, and also our our new Nutrition Links folks, Catherine, has also been doing a lot of great work with FNAP. Despite the changes to funding from the federal level with SNAP Ed, she's really rolled with the punches when we've rolled over her program into the FNAP program, which is through USDA and the Extension Service. So I just wanted to highlight those things. We also have what our dairy educators doing, our agronomist is doing, and Neil, who works in community vitality. So that includes that as well. So if you don't have any other questions about tomatoes or anything else.
I have your number.
You have my number.
Yeah, I have your number.
We can get you talking with a Master Gardener if need be. So.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ethan.
Thanks, Ethan.
Good go.
At this point, we'll ask for citizens' input on agenda items only. Seeing none, a motion is needed to approve and dispense of the reading of the minutes of the Commissioners' public meeting held on Tuesday, June 2nd, 2026.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to pay all county and liquid fuel bills as submitted by the county controller in the amount of $4,101,182.19 from May 30th, 2026 to June 26, 2026.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to pay all county and liquid fuel bills as submitted by the Human Resource Office for payroll number 12 in the amount of $758,231.06, and payroll number 13 in the amount of $757,540.95.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
We have a couple of announcements. The next public meeting will be held Tuesday, August 11th, 2026 at 1 p.m. in the public meeting room in the Administration Center located at 399 Stadium Road in Sunbury, Pennsylvania. A work session will be held on Tuesday, July 21st, 2026, beginning at 10 a.m. in the Commissioners' Conference Room. The next prison board meeting will be held on Wednesday, July 8th, 2026 at 11 a.m. in the public meeting room at the Administration Center located at 399 Stadium Road in Sunbury, PA. Northumberland County countywide reassessment update. Data collections has moved to Line Mountain School District. There were two meetings held. First meeting was held on Monday, June 22nd, 2026 at Treverton Elementary School in the auditorium from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. A second meeting was held Thursday, June 25th, 2026. These meetings will provide an opportunity for residents to learn more about the reassessment, ask questions, and gain a deeper understanding of the process. This is a ratification. A motion is needed for the chairperson to sign the state tax equalization voucher for transfers of real estate for the month of May 2026 as submitted by the assessment office.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
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 Motion carries.
A motion is needed to approve the employee status sheet list of new hires, individuals no longer employed, promotions, demotions, and transfers as items number 1 through 31.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to approve the following reports. Coal royalty report as submitted by the county engineer. 5 operators reported collections of $10,193.56 for the month of May 2026. Tax Claims Bureau reported a total of $779,110.45 collected in taxes for the period of May 26, 2026 to June 29, 2026. And monthly fiscal status reports for the month of May 2026 as listed below as submitted by the Weatherization Department.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to grant permission to advertise the following. The following August 2026 meetings scheduled in the Commissioners' Public Meeting Room located at 399 Stadium Drive, Sunbury, have been rescheduled. Retirement Board, scheduled for Tuesday, August 4th, 2026, will now be held on Tuesday, August 11th, 2026 at 10:30 a.m. Commissioners' Public Meeting, scheduled for Tuesday, August 4th, 2026, will now be held on Tuesday, August 11th, 2026 at 1 p.m. Prison Board, scheduled for Wednesday, August 5th, 2026, will now be held on Wednesday, August 12th, 2026 at 11 a.m. Proposed Children and Youth Services 2026/2027 Implementation Plan and the proposed 2027/2028 Needs-Based Plan Budget to be held on Wednesday, August 5th, 2026 at 3 p.m. in the Northumberland County Family Engagement Center located at 320 North 2nd Street, Sunbury, PA. Proposed Human Services Block Grant for fiscal years 2026/2027 for the Department of Public Welfare. The public hearing will be held on Wednesday, July 8th, 2026 at 11 a.m. and again at 2 p.m. These public meetings will be held in Conference Room Number 2, located at the Behavioral Health and Intellectual Development Services Building located at 217 North Center Street in Sunbury. This is a ratification. Northumberland County Assessment Roll has been completed and is on file in the County Assessment Office on the 3rd floor of the Northumberland County Administration Center, located at 399 Stadium Drive, Sunbury, PA. The assessment roll may be inspected by any interested person from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Monday, and or 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., Tuesday through Friday. The rolls are open for inspection up to and including the last day of August 2026. Any person desiring to appeal any assessment for 2027 taxes shall file a statement of intention to appeal with the Northumberland County Board of Assessment revision on or before the first day of September 2026.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to approve the renewal of the 2026/2027 property and casualty insurance as presented by Purdy Insurance Agency, Inc., as submitted by Human Resources Department through Risk Management ratification.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to authorize the chairperson to execute the Motorola Solutions Astro Service Agreement effective June 1st, 2026 to May 31st, 2027 on behalf of the 911 Department ratification.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to approve the agreement between Northumberland County and the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, AFL-CIO, Local 216, Council 13, court-related, non-professional for the period of January 1st, 2025 to December 31st, 2026, ratification.
Moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to authorize the chairperson to execute the amendment number 9 to the food service contract between Northumberland County and Summit Food Service, LLC, on behalf of the prison ratification.
Moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to authorize the commissioners to execute the Juvenile Probation Services Program Grant Agreement for FY 2025 to 2026 in the amount of $151,537 ratification.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to authorize the chairperson to execute the sales order and/or lease agreement with Top Business Solutions for copier maintenance and First Citizens Bank for equipment finance of the following copier/scanner printers listed below. Ratification.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to approve coal land lease between Northumberland County and Pete Shingara Jr. mining for strip mining operations, Operation M-577, in all veins located on part of the McIntyre Lands Tract containing approximately 38 acres situated in the township of Mount Carmel, and J.C. Hellman situated in the township of Mount Carmel, mineral parcel number M-110 containing approximately 38 acres.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to approve all coal land lease between Northumberland County and Black Diamond Mining for strip mining, Operation M-576, and all veins located on part of the J.C. Hyman situated in the township of Mount Carmel, containing mineral parcel number M-49, containing approximately 52.5 acres.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to approve coal land lease between Northumberland County and Clinton M. Wind Mining for strip mining, Operation C-806, and all veins located on part of the John Brady situated in the township of Cole, containing mineral parcel number M-130, containing approximately 26.2 acres.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state, question, yes?
On the 3 coal land lease agreements, how much does the county?
We get coal royalty, right? I don't know, what is it, a ton? $5 per ton. Well, $5 per ton for the tons that are reported. May I say that? Go ahead.
A motion is needed to approve the chairperson to execute the letter of engagement with Mara Dussel to conduct a Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency audit of the 911 program for the years ending 2023, 24, and 2025 on behalf of public safety ratification.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Question?
You didn't make the motion on the prior one.
Oh, we didn't?
You didn't get to because this gentleman.
Ask the question.
Okay, yep, 2020.
See that? You messed me up. Okay, so let's go, let's pass this one and then we'll go back. We have a motion and second.
Yeah.
All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion
Motion
carries.
20.
So now we go back. Did we had a motion already, Mary?
You started to vote, and then you didn't say motion carried.
All right, I'm sorry. That's my mistake. Okay, for the, which one was it, 2019, Joe?
You just need to go through.
Number 20, okay, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to authorize the Commissioners to execute the professional service agreement with Tina Wilk effective 6/22/2026 to 12/31/2026 on behalf of the Commissioner's Office. Ratification.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to authorize the chairperson to execute the Northumberland County Emergency Management Agency Nuclear Radiological Incident Specific Plan to the Emergency Operations Plan, Annex A, Nuclear Power Plant Incidents to 2026 on behalf of Public Safety. Ratification.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed authorizing travel requests and attendance at the following workshops listed below as in accordance with the county's personnel manual travel reimbursement policy.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to approve the following proclamations and/or certificates of recognition. We have our certificate of recognition, which is a ratification for David Klimas for Father of the Year, and proclamations, Veterans Month, July 2026, Knobel's 100th anniversary, July 4th, 2026, and the Lithuanian Social Club, Mount Carmel 100th year anniversary, June 2026.
So we're going to make a motion.
So moved. Afterwards?
Megan, go ahead. You second it.
Yeah.
Second.
Okay, so all in favor, state aye.
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 Motion carries. Do you want to read these now, or to read them at the end and then let them stay for a picture?
Whatever you want to do, Mr. Chairman.
Oh, do we have people from the Knobles here? We do? Could you stay till the end, we get a picture, and that way we'll read it at the end of the meeting? Is that, or you want to read it now and then we'll just get the picture at the end? What do you want to do?
Whatever you would like, Mr. Commissioner,
What would you,
Chairman.
what would you rather? Do it?
Okay.
And we also have someone from the Lithuanian Club?
Lithuanian Club, we have a lot of people back there, yeah, from the Litz Club. yeah.
Would you want to wait till the end to get a picture and do? Okay, let's do that. Okay. By the way, my mother was half Lithuanian. I'm the only one up here, I think, that has any Lithuanian blood. So,
Well, I don't know about that. You're half of everything, I think.
All right.
Every time that somebody comes in, you're a half of them.
go ahead, let's
Okay.
speed this thing up.
A
Go ahead.
motion is needed to approve the following budget amendments listed below.
Motion.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to approve the Northumberland County Area Agency on Aging to purchase through the Coasters Program from Sunbury Motors Company two 2026 Hyundai Elantra at a cost of $46,335. Ratification.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to approve the Northumberland County Area Agency on Aging to purchase through the Coasters Program from Zimmerman Motors, Inc., a 2026 Jeep Compass at a cost of $34,812. Ratification.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Solicitor report, Mr. Rovido.
Mr. Chairman, we have a motion to adopt Resolution R-17-26. As to Northumberland County Board of Commissioners and approval for CEDACOG Joint Rail Authority's Articles of Amendment as set forth in Exhibit A. I would note that Exhibit A reflects the change of the name from CEDACOG to the Joint Rail.
Right.
B indicates an extension of time for another 50 years.
I think, Megan, you're going to,
I was
Table
wondering
that.
if we might be able to table that.
Yeah, let's table that.
Do we make a motion to do that?
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to table that till our next meeting.
Second that, yep.
okay, on the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. It's a long story, I won't explain it now, but it's just, we just wanted to do the name change, so we're going to wait and do it next time. Go ahead. Vince.
Mr. Chairman, motion to adopt Resolution R-18-26, agreements, amendments, revisions, grants, leases, and reports between Northumberland County Commissioners on behalf of Human, Senior, and Social Services and the named service providers as listed, numbers 1 through 46.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, you want to do, we have a couple things. Should we do them with the AOA and then do the proclamations? Probably then they can all get pictures together, right? They're going to come in. Anthony, you want to tell those guys outside that they can come in now? So old business we are at. Does anybody have any old business? And we're going to get to you guys. The new business is I need to make a motion to add something to the agenda. We did not have enough time for this because we didn't get all the information until Friday. So we need a motion to add an agreement between Northumberland County and the Reading Anthracite. So that's just a motion, and then we'll make a motion for the actual thing. So can we have a motion to?
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, and I'll explain it in the next one. So all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. So what we're doing is we made an agreement, a memorandum of understanding with Reading Anthracite, and we didn't have enough time to get it on because our lawyers and all had to look at it. But I brought it to this meeting because we needed to have time to do this. I'll try to do this as quick as I can because I know this is a long meeting. But back when I first was in office in 2016, I was very lucky to be able to handle a lawsuit between Northumberland County and a bunch of our municipalities, Cole Township, Zerby Township, Mount Carmel Township, East Cameron Township, Lime Mountain School District, Mount Carmel School District, and Shamokin School District against Reading Anthracite for taxes that they were saying we were overcharging them on their coal under their ground. Taxes that we thought they owed. So after many, many meetings, many lawyers that we had, which went on for 3 or 4 or 5 years, we basically the courts decided that we basically owed somewhere around $2 million back to Reading Anthracite. That was the division of all these, and I have all the breakdowns if anybody wants to see them. But what happened after that is I was only ever meeting with lawyers and well, I don't know what else you call secretaries, everything else from Reading Anthracite, but I never met with the actual owners. So probably 4 years ago or whatever, we actually set a meeting up with me and the owner, and he brought people. And I felt very uncomfortable because I'm nothing. I don't know nothing about lawyer stuff. So I sat there and we talked about this $2 million that it's due now. And we didn't really settle anything, but I did tell Brian Rich, who was representing his family, that, Brian, I think if me and you met alone, we could work this out. So we are in the process of working very closely with Reading Anthracite. I know they had problems with the AOA and all in the future, but we got to be very, very good partners with Reading Anthracite. And I think to this point, we are at a position where I think that $2 million that are owed by everybody might not ever have to happen. And we're still working on that. And that's a lot of money, and I'm not saying it's all. But what happened was we were all taking it, all those entities I named, were taking the money as taxes and spending it when we were all supposed to be saving like 25% in case we didn't win this suit. Well, evidently we didn't win the suit, and we are like $2 million back. I am working that out, and I think that's not going to be any problem. But the reason I'm bringing that up is the cooperation we have had with Reading Anthracite since then. And now, whenever we meet, I actually meet with Brian, who was actually an athlete at Pottsville High School when me and Joe played football against Pottsville. You know, we had a lot of in common, and when we met together, we really got to be friends. We have gone and done a lot of things together. In the wintertime when it was cold, that cold month in February when it got real cold, Representative Sturr called me. The Trevorton Host Company didn't have coal for the month. They couldn't get coal to heat. They said, could I help out? I called Brian Rich up, and he said, I'll have it there tomorrow. He had a couple ton of coal delivered to the fire company that next day. And the things we're working on other projects that I can't bring up right now, but will be, and I hope bring revenue into the county. I'm getting to that because today we have something a little special. I met I met with them maybe a couple months ago, and we were talking about a land swap. And that's why the AOA is here. The AOA is always land swapping. They're swapping this coal company with this so they can have their riders better. But they made a proposal to me, and that's what we're going to be voting on today. I met with Brian and his son, and we talked about a land swap up at the AOA, property they own and property we own, and it was 105 acres. The 105 acres that he wants is basically up by the gas line that comes over our ground. He wants a little portion of it. And at first, as anybody here would know, I don't trust many people. I'm thinking, well, hold it. What are we getting for this? You know, we don't want 105 acres only. This ain't right. So what we did is we sat down a couple times, and he said, I think I can make you an offer that you won't refuse. You know that story, right? So I said, what could you give me to make up those 105 acres? And he said, I can give you 105 acres equal swap. I said, where? I hope these guys get excited. But because he said a word that I've been looking at for 8 years, I've been trying to purchase this, going through this lawsuit. He said, what about the whaleback? So with this memorandum of understanding that we hopefully can approve today, and I'd like to have you guys talk about it, Northumberland County is going to own the whaleback. I live in Shamokin, and I never seen the whaleback until like a month ago when Pat took me for a ride. If you've never seen it, it's an archaeological something that's in the, I would say probably in the country, and not maybe even the world, that colleges come to see, that the AOA can use as a big publicity thing. And I think, and I am not saying, this is taped, so I won't say it, but I think we might have won this deal, I hope. But I'd like, before we bring this motion up and all, I'd like Pat and anyone else who would like to speak to tell us why this is a good thing for the AOA, and Joe, and then we make a motion to do this.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Pat Mack, the chair of the AOAA. Most know me from the Housing Authority business, but I come today as chair of the AOAA, and I need to give you guys a little bit of background here. We've been talking, I think we talk more at night and weekends now than maybe my wife. You've probably called me more than my wife's called me in the last month. But this has been just a crazy thing, and thank you so much. But these guys think they're coming to present a federal award that they went to Washington to pick up. They called me about 10 after 12. We're bringing the award. Yeah, bring it. Yeah, don't worry. I said, but today's Christmas in July, guys. Happy Christmas in July. And they didn't have a clue what I was talking about. So nonetheless, this is just, from when we met out there and saw the whaleback. I had the great fortune of being here with Barry through the planning of the AOAA. And I'll tell you, there's one piece of the puzzle that always came up, but was just the elephant in the room. You really didn't talk about it. Because Reading Anthracite's a huge company. You can't put a value on it. The only word I could come up with was game changer. This, I believe, is a game changer for the AOAA. We've had some great trails. We've had the great fortune of a lot of grants and a lot of projects at the AOAA. But I think it goes without saying that this is a game changer. It's a heck of a feature. It's an attraction unlike any other. And I just am so excited because we have a great team here working together with the commissioners, our board, and Dave Porzi's direction of our operations. I'm just filled with excitement to see what we can bring. And, truly as celebratory as today is, we get to closing on this property, the work really begins once that happens. So this is incredibly exciting. I know the chairman and I talked, and he said, I'd really like you to get started now. And I said, well, you know how long it takes to close on property? I have an idea. Trust me. Well, great idea. Get this started while we can work on it now. That said, most folks who don't know what the whaleback is, my good colleague on the board, Barry Yarworth here, has heard and given this presentation, I think 4,000 times. And for those of you who know him, Barry, you need to give it in the Reader's Digest, the short version. So nonetheless, he'll give you the history. I still don't understand it to this day. It's an international feature. Do yourself a favor, chat GPT it, AI it, Google it, whatever it is you prefer to do, because this is a heck of a thing, and I think we really can take it there.
The other thing too, and I'm sure you're going to mention this, but there have been schools from all over the country who come in just to see the whaleback and study it. And that's something I think that is going to make Northumberland County more popular, because this is a Northumberland County purchase, or, well, swap, as we say. It's now going to be part that it never was all those years, part of Northumberland County. It will now be part of Northumberland County. Go ahead, Barry.
Chairman, they come from all over the world.
Yes, all over the world.
You're good to say that. Yeah, there's 28 colleges that come. It's part of their curriculum. I don't have a list, but believe me, there's 28 that come all the time, and they have been here from France and Great Britain and England and stuff like that. They have been there. Just a quick one on the whaleback. Northumberland County just acquired a gem. It is truly a gem. In the history of the world, it is what made the world. And what is so unique about it is you don't have mountains or valleys without having anticlines and synclines. Anticlines, when you drive down the highway, we're a big rock cut, and you see the rocks, and they're folded up and they're bent over, and you look at that and you go, wow, how the heck did that happen? That's an anticline. And when it's bent down like a U, it's a syncline. Well, the whole world couldn't have mountains and valleys without anticlines and synclines. So what's so wonderful about the whaleback? All it is an anticline. No big deal. The big deal is it's exposed in 3D from the top down. Okay? It's only done, there's only 3 places in the world that it's exposed like this. And then on top of that, there's 5 or 6 other geological formations, the way the rocks shift and move and everything, and they're all exposed in that same pit. So when these colleges come, they can hands-on learn and see and feel the making of the earth. But it's 380, it started, real quick, 380 million years ago, it started as a swamp down right around the equator. And remember, the dinosaurs were only 90 million. I'm talking 380 million. And it pushed its way up here around 200 million years ago, and it was 2 miles underground. Now it's all flat. It's all flat. If you have a phone book, and each sheet of the phone book is a layer, each layer is something that happened in the world. So you have a layer of this and a layer of that, and all these layers are all different thicknesses, but the world, it's still flat. And when it pushed all the way up here from down around the equator, and the continents started to collide, when the immovable object was met by the unstoppable force, it started doing this. It started making all your mountains. So it started folding and bending and twisting because it was at 200 degrees Celsius. That's almost 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's very pliable. And then when all that pushing started the compaction. And the compaction, premium anthracite coal, which is the Mammoth vein, which is where the whaleback is the heart of the Mammoth vein, the best coal in the world. They say it takes 12 to 15 feet of swamp to make a foot of good anthracite coal. There's places in the whaleback and in the Mammoth vein that coal was over 100 feet thick. So you do the math on how thick the swamp was to compress to make the premium anthracite coal, which made us the coal region. So it is so, with our coal heritage and why we are all here, the whaleback is a diamond that it's priceless for us, the county. And I cannot thank you so much. We will, as an not saying with the AOAA, this has nothing to do with riding and trail riding and four-wheeling and rock crawling and all the crazy stuff we do out there. This is an educational gem, and this will be, we can work this, like opening this up. When's the last time you heard Penn's, a tourist attraction like the Penn's Cave or Crystal Cave or Woodward Cave opened up? They've all been open all our lives. They've been open since before I was born. You were born. Here's something new opening up to the public. And it's good we got it because it really needs attention. So
And this is something too, that you don't need a four-wheeler to get to it.
No.
There's a road that we can take people up on buses and you can walk right to it. And now instead of standing up looking at it, it's ours. We can actually go down on it, on where it's at.
This is a game changer for the whole area to be able to use this as it'll be an educational tool. I cannot thank you commissioners enough. Thank you so much.
Right.
I'll be much quicker than Barry.
That's good.
Yarworth,
I was going to tell you to be quick.
Dave Horsey, Director of Operations for the Anthos Outdoor Adventure Area. Pat said it the best. This is now a game changer. Thank you so much for your hard work on getting this and the support you have given us over these years. And I guess I have to dig out that napkin, Barry, that I drew. About 10 years ago, we were sitting at a seminar and it was a little slow. We had some downtime and I thought about an educational site at this very site at the Whaleback where you could put viewing platforms, where we could park buses, how to get people in and out. And I literally drew it on a napkin that is in my desk as of right now. So I guess we're gonna have to dig that back out.
Get it out, Dave. Yeah.
This is a total game changer for Northumberland County. This is just another asset and another way to bring tourism to this county, which is oh so desperately needed. Thank you once again from all of us at the AOAA. This is exciting news and a lot of bright future coming. Thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
Just real quick so everybody understands this. The memorandum of understanding, the reason we're going to vote on that today is because we wanted to start clearing it out. There's a lot of trees and things in there. We want to clear it out. We want to light it up, and we're hoping that sometime in the fall there's a grand opening of this place if we get it done. And again, this is not just AOA. This is Northumberland County's thing. This is our thing, and I want everybody to understand that. So we're going to do a memorandum of understanding, and we're doing that because the paperwork for all the land transfers is more complicated. It's going to take longer, but that will give them the insurance and the possibility to start cleaning up as soon as possible. So I'll make the motion because Vince told me how to say it, and he's the legal issue here. I'd like to make a motion to approve, Vince, the memorandum of understanding between Reading Anthracite, Northumberland County for a land swap on the designated coordinates that we have in the memorandum of understanding to happen as soon as the memorandum is signed by both parties.
So moved.
Seconded.
Okay, on the question, does anybody have any questions on it? All in favor, state aye. Aye. When they sign the papers, it's ours. Now, let's get to these other things. Sorry.
Sam, I'd like to say one thing. I'd like to thank the AOA, Dave, and the rest of the guys for we had a big commissioners jamboree out there, I guess you could call it. All the commissioners from surrounding counties came. We took a ride, and it was fantastic. And we did see the Whaleback, and the commissioners from other counties were amazed at the scope of the operation. They thought they were just getting in these things and just some kind of maybe a not the rinky-dink operation, but they were like amazed at the depth of what was going on out there and how organized it was. And they were, thank you. They had a beautiful time. Thank you.
Can I also ask, I hated to downplay it. This is such an amazing thing to happen today, but also you won an award, and would you mind sharing the award that you won?
Yeah, one real quick thing.
We won this award.
Yeah, we won an award. We had to go to Washington, D.C. 2 weeks ago. The Anthracite Outdoor Adventure Area was picked to be one of the 10 best of the best in the United States for our box culvert project with corridor sharing and trail safety. So very proud that we were able to win a national award. That's what we thought we were coming here to do. So, but you guys trumped it, so thank you.
One of the nicest things about winning this award was afterwards. And there were 10 awards given nationwide. Most of them were from the West Coast. And so there's 9 other entities there. And it was nice that 3 of the 9 remaining came over and couldn't talk to us enough about how thrilled they were that what we did to get this award. So we make things happen that people know all over the country. And I just want to thank the commissioners. Thank you so much for your support. We couldn't do it without you. And the whaleback, I'm speechless.
Right, we still need to vote. We're on the question.
Didn't we vote on that?
We did not yet. Yep.
Okay, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, next we're going to get, I'm sorry, Knoebels, Joe?
Before we
Proclamation.
do that, I just want to give a shout out. The commissioners, the 3 of us were up at the, up in Watsontown yesterday, and we participated in the Kids Cafe. It's a free lunch program, and they get up to like 100 kids, and they give them lunch, and I was actually, Megan and I were, you didn't do bingo, you were eating sausage hoagies, or you were over there eating. But Megan and I were actually working up there. We were playing bingo with the kids, and wasn't that that was really, really neat. And they have all volunteers, and the librarian up there, J.A. Babay, she organizes everything, and people from the Watsontown area, one of the churches, they come in and they get donations and make the food and stuff, and it's a really great program. So I just want to give them a shout out. Keep up the good work, and hopefully I can go up and play bingo with the kids in the near future. They do it every day from Monday to Friday, from 11 to 12:30. So it's a pretty in-depth program.
Yeah, the entire summer. It's,
Entire summer, yeah.
it's quite an undertaking.
Okay, so we're going to read the, is that Rick Knoebels here? Yep. We got a proclamation for Knoebels, and everybody knows where Knoebels is at. I'll just tell you, another diamond that we have in our area. Now we have the whaleback. Now we have Knoebels there for 100 years. I started going to Knoebels when I think it was like 30 years old. I wasn't 30. The park was 30. So, you figure it out. You do the math.
The park was 30.
The park was there, and I've seen it transition from, and it's a great park. I learned to swim there, the rides, it's what a great park, the greatest park in maybe the world. So, I do some skiing. I was out at Utah a couple years ago skiing, and I was on a lift with some guy from Canada. And I said, where are you from? He said, I'm from Ontario. I said, okay. He said, where are you from? I said, I'm from central Pennsylvania. I said, I figured, the Little League World Series. You ever hear of that? He goes, no, I never heard of that. And I said, I thought, I always throw this out, and it always works. I said, well, there's a park called Knoebels. I know where Knoebels is at. I was there. Everybody knows, and very rarely is that a miss. When I ask somebody, yeah, I live around Knoebels, they go, we were there, great park. It's amazing. So, we're honored to present this proclamation celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Knoebels Amusement Resort. Whereas in 1926, they began a small picnic grove and has grown into America's largest free admission amusement park, welcoming generations of families with its unique blend of tradition, hospitality, and timeless fun. And whereas 100 years, Knoebels has been a cherished destination where families and friends have created lasting memories through classic rides, delicious food, live entertainment, swimming, camping, and wholesome recreation. And whereas the Knoebels family has remained dedicated to preserving the park's rich history while continuing to provide exceptional experiences that reflect the values of community, hard work, and family tradition. And whereas Knoebels has become a treasured landmark located between Northumberland and Columbia counties, contributing to the region's economy, supporting local businesses, creating employment opportunities, and attracting visitors from across the nation, and I'll just add that, and around the world. Whereas the celebration of Knoble's 100th anniversary honors not only a century of laughter, joy, and unforgettable memories, but also the vision and dedication of the Knoble family, employees, volunteers, and loyal guests who have made this remarkable milestone possible. Therefore, be it proclaimed that we proudly recognize and celebrate the 100th anniversary of Knoble's Amusement Resort and extend our sincere congratulations and best wishes to the Knoble family, employees, and all those who have contributed to a century of excellence. Be it further proclaimed that we encourage all citizens to join in celebrating this historic milestone and to recognize the lasting impact Knoble's has made on our communities and countless families who have enjoyed its traditions for the past 100 years. In witness whereof, this proclamation is presented in recognition of the 100th anniversary of Knoble's Amusement Resort and with gratitude for a century of creating memories that will continue for generations to come. Signed, Commissioner Sam Chickatano, Joe Klebon, and Megan Beck. Thank you. You want to say anything, Brian? Rick, do you want to say anything? Rick Knoble, right? You're Rick. Yep.
On behalf of my family, we certainly appreciate the welcome attention and the proclamation that you've given us. And who would have thought that the little family farm from 100 years ago grew to such a large amusement park today? So, thanks.
Stick around, then we'll have pictures when we're done, okay?
Okay.
Thanks, Rick.
Thank you.
So Ukrainian, Joe, they guys been waiting.
Say? Yeah. We have a proclamation for the Lithuanian Club, Social Club of Mount Carmel. Myself coming from the Quoll region area, there were, back in the day, in the 60s and 70s, I can remember there were many, many social clubs with ethnic origins. My ethnicity is Ukrainian, and my dad and my grandparents belonged to the Ukrainian club, and they had them in Mount Carmel, Shamokin, Marion Heights, everywhere. And there aren't too many around anymore, are there, guys? They're kind of fallen by the wayside, yeah. But this club still is going strong. So I'll read this proclamation celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Lithuanian Social Club of Mount Carmel, Pennsylvania. Whereas the Lithuanian Social Club of Mount Carmel proudly celebrates its 100th anniversary, marking a century of preserving Lithuanian heritage, fostering fellowship, and serving the Mount Carmel community. And whereas for 100 years, the club has been a gathering place where traditions have been honored, friendships have flourished, and generations of families have come together to celebrate their rich cultural heritage. Whereas the Lithuanian Social Club has played an important role in strengthening the spirit of community by supporting local events, welcoming members and guests, and promoting values of service, unity, and respect. And whereas the dedication of its founders, members, officers, volunteers, and supporters has ensured that the club continues to thrive while preserving the customs, history, and contributions of Lithuanian Americans in the Mount Carmel area. And whereas this centennial celebration provides an opportunity to recognize the lasting impact the Lithuanian Social Club has had on the cultural, social, and civic life of Mount Carmel, and to honor the legacy it leaves for future generations. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that we do hereby recognize and congratulate the Lithuanian Social Club of Mount Carmel, Pennsylvania, upon the occasion of its 100th anniversary, and to extend sincere appreciation for a century of dedication to preserving Lithuanian heritage, promoting community spirit, and enriching the lives of countless individuals. Be it further proclaimed that all residents are encouraged to join in celebrating this historic milestone and to recognize the remarkable contributions the Lithuanian Social Club has made to the community over the past 100 years. In witness whereof, this proclamation is presented in honor of the 100th anniversary of the Lithuanian Social Club of Mount Carmel, Pennsylvania, with best wishes for continued success and many more years of service, friendship, and cultural pride. Signed by Sam Chicatano, Joe Klebon, and Megan Beck, Commissioners, Northumberland County. So, yep, you guys, anybody want to come up and say something? I know you guys are having like on one of those, what's the date, Joe?
So August
You have-
15th.
15th, you're having a big day.
Yeah,
big
we
day.
got the approval to shut down the block, so we're having a block party in a traditional church bazaar fashion. The street will be blocked off. We'll be having, of course, August 15th. We're going to have polka and food and...
A lot of bands, I see, like 5 bands or 6
Yep,
bands?
we're having entertainment all day, starting at 1 o'clock till
Wow.
10 o'clock at night. So come out and join in the fun. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. And thank you, everybody, for the acknowledgement. Thank you.
Welcome, thank you.
Thank you.
So that'll be a good time. Get up to Mount Carmel on the 15th of August, right? Yep. Okay.
What order do we want to do those in once we wrap up the meeting?
Yeah, well, is there anything else? Anybody else have anything? Yes, Steve?
Since it was just one.
Are you sure Reading Anthracite owns that? Because Helfrich owned that. Helfrich owned that, owned the Glen Burn.
Well, then you can check into.
Yeah. I think Helfrich owned the Glen Burn and he sold it to, who did he sell it to? Someone lately. I don't think Reading Anthracite ever owned it. Reading Anthracite owns up the Mount Carmel way. Mount Carmel up into Schuylkill County.
Whoever owns it.
Right.
You know, they get a one-day exemption.
That's who used to, yes.
Does the orange.
I agree with you, and I'm going to call the mayor because that's something Shamokin should be, and if they need help, they can call us anytime. Nobody ever called us to ask us to help them to get a day, and I'm sure Helfrich owns that all that bank. He owns that whole property. He sold it. I'm not sure who he sold it to, Vince, but that was never
Well, it
Reading
changed
Anthracite.
after he sold it.
Who was it?
After it changed after Helfrich sold it.
Yeah.
Whoever took over
Yeah.
decided not to
I'll
allow
make a
it.
phone call to the mayor, but that's something they should have been working on, and I agree.
Because I hear a lot of people complaining, you know, oh, it used to be so great. No place to park anywhere.
So let's look into that. I'll look
No, we'll
into that,
into it.
Steve.
Okay, we're going to take, you're going to adjourn the meeting?
Yeah, we're going to adjourn the meeting, and then we're going to get the pictures, everybody that was here. Francis, I'm sorry, you're it, buddy. And then again, Mary's retiring her last day. Please congratulate her for everything she has
Yep,
done for
Mary-
the county.
yep,
And
we're gonna
meeting's
miss her.
adjourned. Listen, thanks for putting up this.
We're
as-
going to take the pictures in this order, the veterans first, and then Knoebels, and then the Litz Club, okay? So we'll do them right here, and that's how we'll do it. So let's get the stage, the veterans first.
Go get your sheet.